86, 95, 40.02, 10, and 21. Yes, we are trading the March contract. Everybody rolled over. Well, the market rolled over on Thursday. We went over on Friday, and today is the more of the volume is spewing over into the March contract. Since it was probably Friday afternoon, and then today is fine too. So repeat the levels again. 78 is our pivot. Resistance at 86, 95, 40.02, 10, and 21. Support below at 70, 63, 55, 46, 32. All right. Welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We're trading mini S&Ps, looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on the levels we just gave out, in addition to any price action opportunities that might occur. And as you can see here, we've been in a very narrow range most of the night, and probably going to be, this week is going to be probably our most volatile week going into the rest of the year. We do have the CPI number coming out tomorrow, which will lead us into the results from the FOMC. Could be 2 days of market direction. Obviously, tomorrow's going to be potentially the information that I'm sure they have this information already, that the Fed uses in direction of interest rates with their upcoming meeting that is going to release their results from their decision on interest rates, which will be the next day. So tomorrow the CPI number comes out, which will probably lead, 6.3 is the number that 6.3 year to year is the number that you have to focus in on. If they come out neutral to a little bit lower, probably means that the Fed is doing its job and could rally the market. Actually, if it comes, if it gets up higher, I think you're going to have rotation to the downside and give credence to whatever the Fed is going to decide as far as raising interest rates. And so it's a big day tomorrow in regards to the the direction of the market. So we'll see. Again, we'll see what's going to happen. All right, let's see if there's any other numbers coming out this morning. Can't believe there's a speech going on today by one of the Fed governors at 11 o'clock. Pretty amazing, actually. I'm surprised it's even up there. We're 78 is our pivot here, so we're just kind of hanging around our pivot. As you can see here, it's been very, very quiet. Tight low range, not surprising given the time of year. Investors are on edge as they head into a week that will likely set the market tone for the rest of 22 and beyond. Fed Chair Powell is still warming up in the bullpen, but he'll be coming out to pitch on Wednesday in a key game of monetary series. As the speed of the final throw is debated, the crowd is getting antsy as it will it clock in 50 basis points or 75 basis points following a string of aggressive rate hikes during the year. FOMC policymakers may not even yet know what kind of toss it is making, as it is highly dependent on the latest CPI, which is going to be published on Tuesday. If things come out hot, the Fed could go hawkish, but put further pressure on stocks. Things could also go the other way if inflation signs responding to the hardest hiking cycle since the 1980s. The time for moderating the pace of rates increases may come as soon as December meeting, Powell said in his latest media appearance before the FOMC blackout period. We have a broad set of thoughts about where the destination might be, but we could be wrong. We'll have to see. Stock futures trading green ahead of the FOMC meeting, a very light green, not too heavy green here. They're going to be just trading water here. We've got the CPI tomorrow. Obviously, big, see what happens. And so big number tomorrow. It's going to create a tone for Wednesday. And Wednesday is going to come out. God knows what they're going to do, right? But everybody's going to assume after tomorrow's number something from it, right? Bonds continue, 30-year continue to be strong, and the 10-year not so much so as strong as the 30-year. I think just continues to widen that ever elusive yield curve negatively, again, which again is yields to or indicates, I should say, a strong possibility of some sort of recession. How big or how bad or soft or not, all of those are yet to be answered by the market or by reality, right? But the market is telling us something, and the bond market is telling us something, and the numbers are telling us something, and reality is telling us something. So there's always something to be said about something. And so it's creating nervousness in the market, right? As we could see, we're kind of moving around all over, and I think also why you have that big spread in the months, because there's a lot of uncertainty here. With a growing number of economists and CEOs predicted the U.S. will enter a recession in 2023, other market players and policy makers feel that one is not necessarily to bring down inflation. Among them, U.S. Treasury agent Janet Yellen, who is on the view that inflation has peaked and is already on a decline. She also is hopeful that the labor market will remain healthy as the central bank continues to execute policy based on lessons learned from the high inflation of the 1970s. In her first, in the interview on 60 Minutes, she said, first of all, shipping costs have come down, delivery lags, which were long, have been shortened, gas prices are way down. I think we'll see a substantial reduction in inflation in the year ahead if there aren't any unanticipated shocks. She said yesterday on 60 Minutes, there are also risks of a recession. The economy remains prone to shocks, but look, we have a very healthy banking system. We're very healthy business and households. We are at or beyond full employment, and so it is not necessarily necessary for the economy to grow as rapidly as it has been growing to put people back to work. As we continue to downtick, we got support down here at the 70 area. Again, it's kind of slow little market, so be cautious and make sure you keep your stops in place. All right, coming down here to the 70 area. Those support down this area here, see what it wants to do. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We are trading mini S&Ps, looking for opportunities to scalp the market based on these levels. And we'll come down here to 70, got down to 70, so no, the time we should have got filled down there. Again, we're looking for about 2 or 3 points on these trades. Nothing too exciting considering the volatility is way down. And then whatever you do, make sure you keep your stop in place. All right, working this 72 area here. 70, I'm sorry, 70. Trying to get to 72, and that's what I meant to say. All right, nice little quick little scalp here. We got a little bit of heat, not a big deal. And giving us a nice quick 2-point rotation here and trying to get a little bit more here if you're trading multiple contracts. But a nice little quick rotation there off of our support there at 70. Again, all we're trying to do is scalp the market here, and it's very, very slow. So, expectations here have to be dialed down a little bit. Take what the market gives you, move on, and look for the next opportunity. So nice little rotation there against 70. Gives our 2 little points there. And if you're trying to stay long, that's fine. I think you can, if you have any extra contracts, just scale out of them as we uptick here. Can't expect too much with this market. It's just not. It's not there. Just we're not getting the volume and the volatility right away. At least not today, I don't think. And we'll see tomorrow. Obviously, is a different story, and obviously Wednesday's a different story. But then after that, we'll see what exactly is going to happen in the market given what time of year we're at. So a lot of people will be taking off, especially since the Christmas and New Year's on Sunday. And again, if you're going to trade and have multiple contracts, just scale out of them along the way, and it's going to just be slower. That's all. We're not going to get those quick rotations that we're looking for. But at least we're not getting stopped out either, and got up here to 73. So nice little rotation there against the 70 area. Last summer, Yellen, who previously served as Fed chair under the Obama administration, admitted that she was wrong about the path inflation would take, and that it wouldn't pose a long-term problem. There have been unanticipated and large shocks to the economy that have boosted energy and food prices, supply bottlenecks that have affected our economy badly, she told CNN. At the time, I didn't fully understand, but we recognize that now. Will she be right this time around? Ooh, not being nice to her with that last little comment. Will she be right this time around? I don't know. We'll find out. So keep the markets busy. All right. All right. So again, market's going to be Very looking forward to tomorrow's CPI number. So I don't know how busy we're going to get, but at least we had a nice rotation down to the 70 area. We'd like to average 4 to 5 trades a day. I think average is a good number. Crude oil is down to $70 and change. Wow. Very interesting there. Can't wait for those gas prices to start coming down. At least not in Chicago, I'll tell you that much. I shouldn't say that. Like I said yesterday, the other day, it's a very wide uh, difference in prices from one gas station to the other, which is I've never seen before. I mean, literally, there is a $1 difference between gas stations around here within a 10-mile radius, which is very strange. We can get it. There's the gas station that we always used to go to. It was always cheaper. Straight is selling at $3.99, and now there's one I saw the other day at $2.99, literally maybe 5 miles away. You know, it's crazy. It's just it doesn't make any sense. How can it be $1 off? In prices, but somebody's making money. All right, we're slowly upticking. I mean, this is what happens. You see how those 5 minute bars are very, very tiny and thin, so they are not going to create a lot of opportunity there. Yeah, Costco is good, and also I don't know if you ever heard of Woodman's. Woodman's is another it's not a garage. I don't know what they even call them, but they have them in Midwest. It's not a Costco. They're not as big, but they have a gas station. It was selling at $2.99. I'm like, $2.99? No, it's like what? I get $2.99, and the place around my house is $3.99. Well, listen, we're not talking about a four handle, so that's a good thing. All right. Again, just kind of patience is very important in this market. Picking spots very important in this market. Understanding that you have to be patient. If you're going to put a position on and you don't get stopped out and you're working it, it's going to take some time to work. It's a nice little opportunity there against our 70 area. Just took a little bit of heat and then nice rotation here off of it. And if you're trying to stay long, if you have multiple contracts, then that's great. And then you're just kind of just laying them in there, and hopefully, we get filled. All right. Nice little pop back up here. Again, if you are the only position you should be having if you're trading with us is looking at a little buy there at the 70 area and keeping you a little bit long here. That's the only thing we have coming all the way back up here to our pivot and past that now. Look at that. We got resistance on the upside at 86. That's what we're looking at next. All right, the resistance up here at 86. If you still have them from those buys down there, you're doing okay. And now we're just kind of waiting here to see what happens at the 86 area. All right, we're just kind of hanging up here, coming back down to our pivot. So it is just going to be just one of those kind of the slowish days, but again, not surprising. I'm going to be waiting for tomorrow's CPI results. So some people are expecting, let's see, there'll be a 50-point basis hike combined with a downshift with signaling of higher rate peaks, a higher peak rate, and to avoid undue precision regarding February. So they're not going to keep everything like we don't know if what we're going to do in February, which is the next meeting. These are all from the Fed. This is what those comments should be. And we'll see. We'll see where they go. All right, we got up to 82 up there. Come back down here, kind of just bouncing around. Nothing too exciting. Just a little range bound here. 82 was our green band. If you were very aggressive there, maybe you were partaking with our green band. It's up to you. All right, we've come back down here to our pivots. Seem to be finding a place where we'll probably just hang out here a bit. All right, we come back up here to our green band area here. Again, looking at the 86, our next level of resistance. All right, coming up here, a little resistance around the 86 area. Getting a little choppy here. Oh, got right up to the 84, that old high from overnight to 83 and change, and then came flushing back down here, all the way back here to the support area. Well, that's the pivot, I should say. All right, just kind of range bound a little, not a surprise. We talked about the Time of the year, again, waiting for tomorrow and Wednesday, obviously those next couple days. Going to give us a little opportunities or a lot of opportunities. I don't know. But there's definitely going to be some volatility, that's for sure. All right, Casey, you have a good one. Yeah, there's not much here. Unfortunately, it's going to be like that going to the end of the year after tomorrow. Bond market flushed down here a little bit. They surprise us every now and then in that bond market. That was a big move down there. Okay. You just never know when you're going to get those moves. This time of the year is very slow. People get caught. It's not good. That's why you got to keep your stops in place. All right. Again, just kind of hanging here, looking at the at 86 is a little resistance. Anybody has any questions? Good time to ask, obviously, when it's slow like this. All right, bouncing off of our pivot there. If you're a pivot player, it's been paying you off. Well, I mean, she's part of administration. She has to sound at least very optimistic about the economy, right? Let's start there. I'll give her credit for admitting that she was wrong about inflation and stuff like that. Let's I think, but so was the Fed. So everybody was wrong there. So take that with a grain of salt there. But again, I mean, the unemployment rate is keeping the market very, from falling into that, whatever that recession uh, denominator or what they look at to call it a recession or not. So I don't know. We'll see. JP Morgan said that a CPI print of 6.9 or lower, a print here could be the technical end to the bear market, put this latest rally at more than 20% move from its lows in October. There you go. So JP Morgan thing, if we get a print of 6.9, I said 6.6 or 6.3, I should say. I think would be the year to year. That is the top line number that they're looking at. All right, again, seems to have gotten to that our range there, our pivot, I should say. Bounced off it a couple times. All right, we're just kind of right here, hanging our pivot. Gonna go nowhere fast. Kind of flat. Just kind of waiting to see what happens next. Hello there, Amanda. Hey. Yeah, I mean, didn't even under, I don't, what the fuck? I don't know what the hell's going on there? I don't know. That was crazy. Jesus, does I don't know. Good question. We have to find out what's going on with her. All right, we are just chopping around here. Very, very quiet. At 84 health, 78 health for a few times. Now we're just kind of the set. We had 70 support, but they already that worked out once already. So next support level we have is down at the 63 area. All right, well, we're back here at our pivot. Not a surprise. Bonds, though, what the hell's going on over there? Look at that little big break there. Whole point in like 30 minutes. Yeah, this is brought back a lot of things. It's been 2 years, right? So all right, just kind of hanging around that pivot area. Again, not surprising that we were going to be range bound today, especially with how CPI number is going to be important tomorrow, and then obviously the Fed decision on interest rates going to be important on Wednesday. And then if you're going to see slow, we'll see what happens from there, right? We got 86 as some resistance. See what the market wants to do from there.